Hey, what's up, YouTube channel Alpha Squad? This is Taurus down again, y'all. This is that Go Hard or Go Home channel. Okay, so I have been getting a couple of questions and stuff, so I said I was going to answer some of them today through making this little chart I'm going to show y'all, okay? If this is your first video watching of mine, my name is Taurus down, and I help out people in general, men and women, with issues in life. And I try to help guys with all the manosphere and red pill problems, okay? But we're not talking about those today. Right now, today, we're going to talk about how men and women view the dating game by the numbers, okay? And y'all be surprised to learn that men can actually date up. It's something I've heard on other channels. They say men can't date up. But yeah, in some situations they can. We're going to talk about things like that today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get ready in here. We're going to move to the chart, okay? On this chart, we got the numbers, what we call it, okay? And everybody knows about the numbers, all right? And 1 through 9, where do you fit on the scale? All right, that type of thing, all right? We're going to talk about the men column first because it's kind of easy to close that one out. The women one gets a little complex, so we'll go over the guys' things first, okay? So in men, how men look to women, all right? Now, guys, if you're watching, the ladies if you're watching, and you know what I'm saying, just bear with me on this one. When it comes to this dating thing, mostly women are looking at men for resources. So you got to kind of understand that. All right. Looks and stuff do matter, but mostly resources. I'm going to explain this with some of this video right here and this chart. So in the first two columns there, you got 10 and 9. All right. 10 and 9 on the scale when it comes down to men for women. These are what you call high value men. These are what women consider to be high value men. Okay. These guys are rich. Millionaires, pretty much. All right. We're going to get into the 6-figure thing. I know that a lot of women say when they talk to women, you see it on shows, they talk about 6 figures. We're about to get into that in a minute here when we get down to the other set of guys. But for right now, we're going to talk about this one. 9 and 10 on the scale when it comes down to men for women. These guys are going to be millionaires, okay? 10 is going to be attractive millionaire. 9 is going to be unattractive millionaire or fat millionaire or loser millionaire. That guy from Fresh and Fit, Myron Gaines, he's a good example of a 9 on the scale of men for women, all right? This dude's a loser, but they'll deal with him because he got money. He knows it, and he said he kind of puts it that way. That's a good example, okay? So you got 9 and 10. We just got done talking about those two. And that's how women view that one, okay? You got your attractive millionaire and other millionaire that'll get dealt with. Now, I would tell guys, too, if you're just learning something with that one, that just put out, if you're a number 9, you're probably getting your pockets ran. So, yeah, just kind of think that one over. Let's go ahead and talk about 8 and 7. All right. Now, 8 and 7 on the scale kind of get viewed like this. And like I say, guys, it's more about resources. These guys are the high earning type guys. All right. These guys are the high earning type guys. 8, 7. All right. Now, here's the deal about this. This group right here, you know what I'm saying? It can kind of split off too. So, 7 and 6, these are high earning, like 6-figure guys. And with 8 and 7. 8 and 7 like high earning 6-figure guys. So these guys can have the appearance of looking like, a 9 or a 10. All right. These guys, there's like lawyers, doctors. Like I told you, it splits into 2 categories right there. See, 7 is like lawyers, doctors, white collar, high earner. And then you got number 6, or number 7, which is, blue collar, high earner. All right. See what I'm saying? Now that it starts to become kind of a problem right there, because when you're a blue collar high earner, that splits into some more groups, okay? Depending on how your job looks and how things are. So let's just say you're because like I say, the 8 and the 7 breaks into attractive and unattractive. Now, then it breaks down into like where you're gonna fit in with the how your job looks thing. So it's like white collar, blue collar, and then if you're blue collar and you're like, because some of the blue collar jobs can make a lot of money. Plumber, um, mm, I saw something about pest control. They make a lot of money. Just stuff like that. Somewhere, let me just put it this way: if it's a dirty job, or real work, or real rig worker, or something like that, the choices on the other side start going down from right there. Those guys right there, they're 8s and 7s, but they get pushed down into 6. Okay, these guys get pushed down into 6 because their job don't because of the way society looks at their job, it don't infer the same thing as they don't have the same look as the other guys. I don't know if y'all can really understand that. I'm trying to think of the best way of explaining it. Let's see. It's that they're not the money. The way they get the money doesn't work right. I don't know how. I don't know the best way of explaining that. I just know what I see and what I've seen from watching these shows and listening to women talk and stuff like that. Those guys get pushed into 6, and their options start to change right there. These guys can't even go straight across. From that point all the way up, the guys can go straight across. But these guys at 6 have to go down to 5. Okay? On the woman's side. All right? Now, 8 and 7. 8 and 7, I remember I just got done telling y'all guys that guys can date up. 8 and 7 can actually date up. They can go to 9 and 10 on the woman's side. The 8s and the 7 as guys, they can, as long as, like I said, white collar, white collar 6-figure earner can get 9 and 10 on the woman's side. That can happen. But that's the case when most of them start getting in trouble with it because it's like, okay, it looks like they're gonna be. If they don't make it towards where they're gonna be at 9 and 10, they're probably gonna get left. If they don't make it to the millionaire status, they're probably gonna get left. So that's why a lot of guys be complaining about money and stuff and all these things in a relationship. But that's that dynamic right there that I'm talking about right there. 8 and 7 on the guy's side, they can go up to 9 and 10. They can do that from the female side, depending on how it looks with their job and stuff like that. But if you make 6 figures being a garbage man, you probably not gonna get 9 or 10. It's just not gonna happen that way. Let's say like they get split off in that group and push into number 6. All right. So we're about to close this one on up because you get right here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Women kind of lump that into one group. The women's group is going to be a lot. It's a lot more of them. But the thing is, women, those get lumped into one groups. These guys, you're not a 6-figure earner, this or that. You're this 5 through 1. At that point, your looks go to counting. So the more attractive you are, the better of a chance you got of getting a woman. Because your thing as a man is not being put on really your attractiveness until you get to this point right here. It's a financial thing mostly. But then when you get to it, but if you don't got the finances, then right there at 5, that's where you start counting it. It start counting and here's the thing. The guys at 5, their choices really start off at 4 on the female side. Because the 4s can adjust to 5. We're going to get to talking about that in a minute here. When we get talking about the females. The 4s can adjust to 5 with a little makeup and stuff like that. The same way if he go buy a little car or something, he might look a little bit something like this right here. But 5 down to 1, bruh, if you ain't got the finances and it's known that you got the finances, things change. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying, There's some of these jokers that come on, God, they be coming on this channel and they be like, I'm not saying it won't happen, but what I am saying is that this right here is kind of the basis of how things start to work. All right. If she could look at you and tell you ain't got the finances, your looks finna start counting real hard. You know, some women will even tell you they doing I just like I like how you look, your height, your this, your that. I like that. You all go show you ain't got no money, you ain't giving no money, but they'll still be doing that. That's when that's gonna start to count real hard right there. We're finna get over here into the woman side, okay? Women are really dealing more in attractiveness when it comes down to men. All right, they might not see it that way, but that's really more what it is. All right, so with women, it is not the top two like it was with the man. It's the top three. Okay, 8, 9, 10. All right, and the reason why I'm saying 8, 9, and 10 from the woman side is the top, as opposed to the other to two on the other side, is because the man at the top with the 10 and the 9, they will take those 8s also. Okay. The men that are considered 10s and 9s by women most likely know that they're considered 10s and 9s by women. They're going to take 8s, 9s, and 10s. Now, all women 1 through 10 think that they can have those men right there, and that's the thing that's kind of crazy about it when I listen to the women talk and stuff sometimes. But no, he's got access to them, but it's not like they have access to him. These guys at 10 and 9 are going to be looking at 8, 9, and 10. So that is the top of women. Okay? Because all men are going to look at 8, 9, and 10. Because what women are kind of dealing in, their thing is dealing in doggone attractiveness. Guys are concerned more with how the woman looks, how she treats him, and things like that. Women more concerned with resources. All right. So you go there from the 10, 9, and 8s. Okay. Then you go to the 7s. All right. 7 and 6. Okay. Now these two break down into they could be like the 7 and 6 on the other side. These women can be, these are high earning women, things like that. These are women that usually are leading with their accomplishments from 7 on down. Okay. 7 on down is you're gonna have people that lead them with their accomplishments. And watch this, guys, ladies too, if you're watching. Right there, remember if you ever saw the Kevin Samuels show, right? And the guy would ask them to give him the number that they think they're at, and they couldn't use 7. This is the reason why right here. Because, and guys, if you're listening, you're paying attention right now, you know it is. From 7 on down right there, the looks wise, they're so. Especially when you start getting out of 5 and 4. Okay? If guys are really to be honest about it, they want an 8, 9, or a 10. They will take everything else. It would be like settling if they really was to be honest about it. But I am being honest about it today and just telling them how it really goes. This thing goes right here. 7 and 6. These are in this like I say, these will be high earners because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This gonna be a regular everyday woman. We're gonna get talking about them in a little bit here. 7 and 6 are the high earning women, like the 7 and 6 guys. Now they may want the guys up there at the top, but they're probably gonna wind up with like that 7 or that 6, and in some cases even that 5 financially. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said a minute ago, the guys at the top, they're gonna take the girls at the top, which I would do too if I ever got there. I ain't knocking them for that. So, okay, 7 and 6. Attractive high earner, unattractive high earner. That puts her in a 6. It don't split off like how men do, because men don't really care about what a woman do or her finances. That's why this particular group right here, especially the attractive ones, they tend to be always complaining about guys and saying things like men are intimidated by them. Well, it's not really intimidation. It's just you not an 8, 9, or a 10. But you're trying to use your credentials to push you to that like a guy could, but it doesn't work that way. So then you got that group of them. So let's move down to 5 and 4. All right. Because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, this is your everyday average around the way girl. All right. Guys kind of lump this into one group also, but there's a lot of different women in that group. So you have to kind of like work with that also. Also, the thing about this right here though, you got 4 and 5, which like I say with women dealing in looks. I think some of the reason that women had a misconception that they can go to 10 is because most of them can, at these numbers right here, all of these numbers, they can all adjust them up with cosmetics and stuff like that. So they can adjust their numbers up. A woman can be a 4. She can adjust that to a 5 with the right makeup and stuff like that. But thing is, when they take it off, you're gonna see them. So a lot of guys been complaining about that and stuff too. So I don't know how that one's gonna end. I do know this from watching all the shows though and the things I've been learning. This woman's side is basically more on their looks. I learned that from listening to the men. And it also though, what a lot of people don't mention is that the woman's side, it's got a lot to do with where the woman comes from also. Because see, a woman can have the good looks, but her pedigree kind of matters too. And guys don't really bring that up. Okay? So you got a woman like, that, say you got a guy that's one of them 10s, got the money, got the looks, got everything. And you got a girl that's a 10 by looks. All right? But say his dad owns some companies in town and things like that. They've been rich all their life, this and that. And she comes from the trailer park. I don't see that happening. That's the funny thing about this thing. And it's the reason why I'm starting the conversation by talking about stuff like this. Because them situations can flip-flop all that type of way. And people don't really get into this, I don't think. I don't really think they get into this type of stuff. Like, I just got done talking about that thing with the dime, the 10, or whatever you want to call it. She comes from this area. He's this. But, and she might see herself as she should be able to be with him because she understands the rules of being a 10. But it don't really work that way. So I would pose the question here to a lot of guys. Do women really have this ability to get every man they want the way that we say they do? Because we do tell them that that when guys got money, they get their stuff together, they got options. So that means the guy be choosing. So do women really have that? It's something to think about. But what do y'all think about this right here? What I just got done saying about this stuff on the chart and how it works with the different groups. Because I just think we need to get some points across with things like this. This is one of the main reasons why I make videos like this one. Especially the high value thing, guys. Hey, women, I'm gonna tell you this one, especially for I got to keep saying it again. You gotta tell them this high value thing. 10-9, you can't make it without being rich. It's part of it when it comes from the woman's side. Now, some men will sit there and tell me that, hey, a woman doesn't define what a man is. Let me start getting ready to get out of here, guys. Okay. A woman doesn't define what a man is. And I'm not saying a woman defines what a man is. What I am going to tell you is this. I just got done going over with that chart. What women want is going to matter because they're going to be one who's choosing the man. And what a man wants is gonna matter because he's gonna be one choosing the woman. So both sides kind of better understand that. And that's all I'm trying to put into it. It's like, hey, the woman probably looking at you for resources. She might think you're cute. It's really gonna come down to that if y'all ain't got nothing. The cute things don't really kick in then. Alright. So we went over all that stuff in the video. Y'all drop the comments and let me know what y'all think. Let me know y'all opinions on it. Take a look at the chart. Let me know what y'all think. Anything we can adjust while we're talking about this. So support the channel if y'all want to. Hit like. That's like leaving a tip around here. Share. Subscribe to this joker if you want to get in on the conversation. And drop the comments. Let us know what you think. Alright? But this is how women and men view each other. If y'all think it's going to be added, drop the comments. Let's get it in there. Alright? But I'm out of here on this one, y'all. It's been Taurus Down. This day Go Hard to Go Home channel. Y'all have a good day.